Squishy.
What's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome back to Squishy Coding. And in the last video, I showed you how to install JDK onto a Windows machine, and now, as promised, I'm going to show you how to install Intellij. Specifically, we're going to be installing the Community Edition of Intellij, which this is the website you're going to want to go on. It's called JetBrains, and there's two different versions. There's the Ultimate version, which costs money, and then there's a community version. And for the beginning of these tutorials, we're just going to work with the community version. So go ahead and click the download button here, and that'll start the download. I've already got it downloaded, so I'm going to cancel it, but that'll start the download, and you'll get one of these right here. So you're going to click on the IDEA, and it'll begin the process of installing. You're going to click on next to continue, and you're going to want to just go ahead and leave everything default. Just go ahead and click next, and from here you're going to want to, depending on the type of operating system you have, like before, you're going to want to click on the launcher you want. I have a 64-bit operating system, so I'm going to click on 64-bit launcher, and you're going to want to bring in Java, and you can bring in the other two if you want, but you definitely need Java. And go ahead and install it. And from here, we're just going to wait for it to install, and I'll be back as soon as it's finished. Alright, so it has already finished. The wizard's finished installing, so all you got to do from here is I'm going to click on Run IntelliJ and click Finish. And it's going to go ahead and start up IntelliJ for us, and we're going to run a simple program to make sure that it's working. Your computer may be faster, may be slower than mine, but same process. It's just going to take its time running this, and yours won't come up with this. It's going to come up with a bunch of different options, but I'm going to follow you through. I've already had IntelliJ installed, so it's pulling up another GUI that I've already made. But we're going to go, you're going to get to this screen here, and from here you're going to go ahead and click next, because we're going to do a Java program. So you can see right here, we're going to click on Java. So from here we're going to name our project. So name it whatever you want. On Java Tutorials, we'll name it James here on Java Tutorials. Finish, and we're going to open it in this window. So now we've got our project open, and from here we're going to, all of our code is going to be in this little area right here that says source, and you see it says javatutorials.iml. That is your folder, and basically your project folder. So here in source, you're going to, in order to create a new Java class file, we're going to right click on source and new, and then Java class. Alright, so you can see I named my Java class file James, and it doesn't really matter what you name it because we're just testing. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to create, so once you name your Java class, this is what you're going to get. It's just going to say public class, whatever the name of the Java class is. And right now I'm just going to test whether or not the IDE is working. So we're going to put in public static void main, and then string args. Oh, I'm stupid. String. Try to spell it correctly. String args. And when you put that in, you're going to see a little red line here, and then you're going to see your main becomes yellow. Don't worry what all this means right now. That's going to come in a later tutorial, but basically, quick version of it, your main is the code that's going to be run. So you can have your main call on other classes, and we're going to do that later in life, but for now, this is the main thing that you need to worry about. So from here, the reason why you have a little red line is because you need a curly bracer, and inside these curly bracer, that's where all your main code is going to be. That's the code that's going to be executed. So from here, we're going to type in system.out.println you can either do print or print line. I'm going to do print line because I like the little space that it gives me every single time I do a different. So hello, a different piece of code. You're going to put quotation marks inside your parentheses, and you're going to put hello world. And from here, you can do one of two things. You can either right click and then just run, or you can click on run here and you'll be given the option to run. So we're going to right click and run the main, and you can see right here it's building, and in a few seconds it'll just run it, and there you go, hello world. Nice. So that's the basics of building a program here in Java and in an IDE. The thing about IDEs, what makes them so interesting, because you can build a program in Notepad if you really wanted to. But the thing about IDEs, what makes it so nice to have is, say I didn't know about system, right? That's one of the most basic things in Java, but it's one of the most basic commands. But let's just say I just started, like I'm a beginner, and system is something I didn't know. Well, I can type in sys or sy, and there you go, system. If I type in S, you can see all the different shortcuts that IDEs give you, and it's just so convenient. And IntelliJ in general is my favorite, and I think that you'll enjoy using an IDE over just trying to type and code inside of a notepad. But that's it for now. If you enjoyed this tutorial, it's not scripted like it was the first video, so let me know, give me some feedback whether you'd like it to be scripted next time or not. But if you enjoyed this or you got anything out of this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the like button. It's very, very appreciated. Alright, see you in the next video.